Okay, so hello. I did not get to record me playing the 4.2 quest, but I started the 4.2 quest after I just finished the Blood's quest, and I really need to do the Archon quest right now because I keep getting spoiled on Instagram. Like I literally cannot go on YouTube or Instagram Reels without being spoiled for like a scene. Like, can people normalize not spoiling like a new chapter like after like 2 days it's been released? Like, I'm legit like so upset because people have been saying like things are gonna happen, and I'm just like, I don't want to hear it, bro. Um, and also you can see Liddy there because I'm still not done his quest too. I had to finish like one of his part of like a little bit of this quest to get over this one part for the Archon quest, which makes me really mad because can I just cancel it for a second? Because I need to do the Archon quest. Like, I am desperate right now. Um, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother, doing any of my dailies right now. I need to get to, um, the Archon quest. If I can just get over Liddy, so if the cutscene doesn't play when I walk toward him, I'll just go this way. So yeah, I didn't get to record some of the gameplay I did, but I'm like, no, I don't think I'm even halfway through the quest right now, but got through the part. Okay, spoilers. I got through the part where Navia and Traveler almost fall into the Primordial Sea, and then we just got back from the.
Uh, huh? Our names are written. Let Paimon see! The underwater stronghold, the Fortress of Meripede, has continued in its noble autonomy. My recent attempts to enter the fortress bore little fruit. Thus, did an Outlander friend. So while the fortress's interior remains a mystery behind closed doors, journalist Charlotte's biggest scoop yet: the Traveler's Trip. Huh? Charlotte took so many off. She hasn't been able to get a hold of anything at the fortress, so since. Ugh, seriously? Well,
What? Are you kidding? Oh. So okay, I still need to do his quest. I know in the first video I was supposed to do the Archive quest, but I couldn't because Niblet's quest was in the way. So, and I guess I have to do Nini's quest too. I haven't been playing Genshin in a while, so that's why I haven't finished a lot of the story quests. So yeah.
Over here.
He did the Roblox wave. He's like, hi.
Lynette's not joining us today?
I've had her follow Gemma and see if we can make any Still, today will be when Caesar passed before long. I had to.
But still, why does it have to be quest locked? I wish you can just like get it out of the way and like still have the quest, but like not like but like the Archon quest be like first or something. I don't know.
You neglected to mention that you were bringing two other people.
My apologies. These two are my assistants. When they heard that I was meeting with the former magic maestro himself.
Oh, forget the pleasantries, just sit.
Get a load of this guy.
I only agreed to meet.
Much obliged, sir. Yesterday morning, I have to get to the bottom of this to ensure that.
What is there to investigate? Caesar was the weasel.
Please, sir, no need to.
Possibility. The weasel is dead. Period. Everyone knows.
Oh, sir, my pride is.
Your pride?
I want to find out the
What would that accomplish?
Uh-oh. This is.
Renzo? Is that what?
Another day.
Oh, come on.
Why
It
he
can't
sound
be
like that?
all business. Oh,
If I wanted your.
Sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've had.
oh, hey. This is your first time meet. And he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend. Despite being, what, pushing 40, 30, something? Anyway, Point is, a
I
lot older than when he first got rejected by the girl he was into. And is still into, from what I hear.
who the hell voiced this guy?
Shut
That's
up
him.
and get out of my face. Another word out of you and you can forget about doing business.
Sorry, I may have had a little too much to drink.
I think it's high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Linny, be my guest. But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Well, that fell to pieces in.
Totally. And what was all that about? He's gotta be hiding something.
I think so too. That guy Edmondo seems to know a thing or two about. Take it easy. You okay there?
Oh, it's you guys. I said way too much back there, didn't I? Yeah, I nearly talked.
So, he was serious?
Hey! Keep your voice down. Don't go prying into Lorenzo.
What kind of
Don't even. And that's not a good.
And there he goes.
Shh. Don't say anything and don't look back.
Oh,
We're here!
oh,
I'm
this
hungry.
again. Then this is
Should
awesome.
we go in? Hey, quick! Look! That's the limited edition, only 16 slices a day cake! It was so delicious the last time we tried it, despite the time. One slice of cake, please. Someone showed up after all. Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia.
Oh, are you here to buy cake too? It seems Monsieur Nervalette was right. You really can eat.
I love her voice.
Wait, did he really say something like that?
That's right. Even he has his
Do you come here often?
usually every day.
Every day?
It's part of my daily schedule, apart from work. I shall have my cake.
Then what if someone told you one day that this place would...
But why would it close?
Well, Paimon doesn't know either, but...
Oh, the prophecy. To be
the
honest, I
person
haven't
over here
paid
just
much
watching,
attention
like,
to that. No,
what are you
still,
talking
even
about?
if there'd be no more cake no, it's the same for eating in general. You might not be able to eat tomorrow, but if you can do so today, then you should carry on. That's what people call living, you know.
Damn.
Huh.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have 2 more slices of cake? These 2 slices are for you. Sijuin said that this kind of expression you're making is what humans call being sad.
Aw.
Oh, you know Seetween?
I sure do. She was born before me, and she sometimes comes to the surface to teach us things about humans. She said that humans are creatures that are saddened easily. Yes, and you can only lift their spirits by feeding them delicious
Yes.
food. So please try the cakes here.
I too eat comfort foods to make myself feel better.
I've got something else to do, so I'll be going now. You two try to stay in a good mood after eating.
And there she goes.
What? Then she said a different thing. She says, "There she goes," but no, she's saying, "Okay, 5 minutes. Hope to see you later." Also, you guys notice how like she always says, "And there they go," like after like someone leaves.
All right, let's dig in. Paimon's sure this cake will be delicious.
Yum. Looks like matcha cake.
It's more delicious than last time, and the flavor gets even better with a sip of tea. It sure would be nice if we could come again tomorrow. Sure would be nice if we could always eat delicious food here. Oh, we're near the Seabird office. Let's go look for Charlotte and have a chat.
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon!
Ha! You've got some nerve.
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I heard that you were in Poisson some time back, so I sent you a letter to discuss just that. It appears you didn't receive it, though. It's all right, though. I've set aside the amount intended for you.
Really?
You're almost a little...
Oh, Paimon knows you're not.
Still, what brings you here all of a sudden?
A friend of ours met you a while back, and when she mentioned it, we thought of coming to see you. Her name's Mona.
Ah, so you know Miss Mona as well. She's a guest columnist for our paper. Really good one, too. She's so young and already such a brilliant astrologist.
Is she younger than you?
So she mentioned me? What did she say?
She said that you're a real daredevil of a journalist.
Nice. In which case, can this daredevil journalist dare to request an exclusive interview with the legendary Traveler and Paimon?
Huh? So your article in the paper today doesn't count?
Oh, of course it doesn't. That was more like live photography. What I'd like to do is dive deep.
Yeah, are we even qualified enough?
Why not? If I say you're worth an interview, then you're worth it. But not right now, of course. I'll need a few days to prepare.
Oh, in that case, we'll just chat when you have the time then?
Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! I'll tell the editor-in-chief immediately. So much to get done now. Talk to you later.
Wait, Charlotte, Paimon's still got a question for you.
And what's that?
If, just for example, Fontaine were to be flooded tomorrow, what would you do today?
Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it? I mean, I do hear about it often, but I've never once thought that the day could be tomorrow.
You're not
If
worried?
you're seriously asking, then I might try and think of a way to leave Fontaine. Oh, but I'm still a journalist first and foremost. That means I have a duty to be reporting from the scene. And secondly, I wouldn't... From what I've seen, most people don't know what they'd do should the worst come to pass. In truth, it might be better just to behave like normal rather than worry. So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for that interview of ours. I know what you're thinking. That sounds a bit sad, but I've always believed that it's best to do what you enjoy. Just think about it. If this nation really were to be suddenly destroyed tomorrow, but I still successfully finish an exclusive interview with a truly unique person, then the story I would wind up writing would truly be timeless. And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that story, send it for printing, and use messenger pigeons to get copies out to the various nations as soon as possible. I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a workaholic, but I do love my job. But anyway, that's my answer. And on that note, I'll get back to my preparation.
That's so nice. All of a sudden, Paimon... Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we?
And the whole entire thing turned into water.
The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty soothing combo, huh? Paimon's been thinking... If it wasn't Fontaine, but all of Tevat that would be destroyed
What?
tomorrow, where would we go and what would we do?
Except for that.
No, Paimon should ask, if you could choose, What would you like to do?
Accept it.
We've always been moving to the next destination, so we haven't spent much time thinking about these kinds of things. We didn't have to either, with us always being on the road and whatnot. You mean, still traveling?
This is so sad.
Huh. Wait, isn't that what we've always...
Yeah, of course. Well, that was kind of depressing.
Feels like you'll grow mold if you stay here long enough.
Yeah, I'd like to go Natlan now.
But it's still better than the Fortress of Meripede, that's for sure. It's not only damp there, but salty.
Ah, so the two of you are still here.
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermoni?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervilet's... Not at all. I'm, well, yes, inside the Opera House. The Marish...
A riot?
Well, that said, I don't personally think it was that serious. Lady Furina was watching a performance at the Opera House, and while she was resting during an intermission, some other audience members suddenly started harassing her.
Stop harassing our queen.
Loudly accusing her of doing nothing about the prophecy crisis.
No.
And before she could respond, others started to join in. The crowd continued to grow, and protests against the Hydro Archon started to break
Don't
out.
harass Marie Antoinette.
So people have started to put the blame on Furina. Guess they finally found an outlet for the pressure they've been under.
I agree. People will naturally rely on gods, as is customary. But the moment people feel threatened, gods are awesome.
So what happened after that? Is Furina okay?
Seeing that the situation was spiraling out of control and that further argument was pointless, she claimed that she'd gotten tired of this and left in a hurry. The Marechaussee Phantom had their hands full maintaining order and did not catch where Lady Furina had gone. Only when things had stabilized did we realize that she had gone missing.
So, you mean she's...
That's right. The Marechaussee has dispatched many people to search for her, but we don't have any leads yet.
No.
That said, I don't think there's much to work. Good. Monsieur...
Don't worry, this is more than enough to go on. Thanks.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Well, all right then. In that case, you two take care. I'll be heading back to the Palais now.
Oh.
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then. If we know Furina, she won't try to fix things in this situation. And as we also know, she may be loud and dramatic, but
That's
she doesn't
mean.
have a heart of stone. When Nervalet was talking to her in the Palais Mermonia, and she heard about Poisson, she couldn't hide her sadness and remorse. It would be hard for her to ignore being accused by the public today. Paimon thinks Furina's probably taken the opportunity to slip away to Poisson and try to relieve the sense of guilt that she's... Huh! Well, what do you think? In that case, there's not a moment...
Detective Paimon.
This place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of devastation. Could Furina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible.
Oh my god. No.
That's Furina, right over there.
No.
Should I just give up?
Furina, no.
This is all meaningless.
Stop.
What was meant to happen did happen after all. Everyone's dead.
Stop. What the
I'm
fuck?
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Stop making her cry.
Give up, Furina. There's no point in holding out. I'm sorry, but what can I even do other than to... Who's that?
Don't worry, Furina. It's
So it is you, blonde traveler from another land. Why, I almost thought you were summoned from that mob of my ignorant subjects. Come to kneel and beg for my forgiveness.
Furina. You were crying just now, weren't you?
What do you mean, tear stains? Oh, I remember. The show at the... Who did that uncivilized rabble think they were? Disturbing my enjoyment of the arts. They even dare to tout their archon. I must teach them a lesson. Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people... Of course not.
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there! Quick, after her!
No. Don't hurt her.
Furina, those people seem to be after you.
They are... They're just some... That's against the rules. I can't let them get their way.
No.
Furina just ran off. Quick, we have to catch up with her.
This is so goofy.
This should be the place, right? Hey, Furina! There's a good hiding spot over here.
What?
Hurry, they're almost here.
Fine. I suppose haste is warranted. Lead the way.
What the?
No, I mean, I merely gave in to the sheer enthusiasm they display.
Yep, that's it.
Oh my god.
What's happening? The ground's shaking. Is it an...
Yeah, a quake of this kind preceded...
It can't be.
Well, there's no need to worry too much about that. Nouvellette's made some emergency plans, so the evacuation...
Yeah, but the people of Poisson...
Aw.
It's true. I've been investigating the prophecy for hundreds of years. I once had informants all over Tevat, searching for clues and feeding information back to me. I've tried all kinds of ways, too, to hold back the sea. Anything to keep the coast, but all my efforts proved to be futile in the end. Really, the truth has been clear to me for a very long time. We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do, the will of the heavenly principles will have its... Give up. I do love the sound of that, indeed. I've thought about giving up so many times, especially after we almost lost Poisson. Fate is really unreasonable, isn't it? It has no heart and obeys no rules, but just now, it all became clear to me. I still, as long as the final moment hasn't come, don't worry. I will keep hope alive for everyone. Well, that's enough for now. I got the impulse to play the stricken maiden, but honestly, considering my rank and station, that wasn't a good fit at all. Don't take any...
Come on! Paimon could have sworn.
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty. A witness. Yes, I've heard that you came to Tevat from and if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't if...
Let's see.
I...
Oh. No! What? Wait! What? What? Did they bring him into the core? Oh my god, that's what the earthquake was. Lenny! What are you doing? Okay, so that big earthquake was them bringing them to the court. What the hell? Lenny?
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my opening performance. Now, without further ado, we may proceed to the trial
Bro.
of our god.
So, this is what it is. Yes, you deserve praise for the effort you took to raise the dramatic stakes. Do not forget, however, that I am focalors, the god of justice, the embodiment of justice itself. Does it not strike you as even the least bit absurd to bring the very concept of justice to trial?
May I interpret these words as your refusal to stand trial? In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor through a duel.
Uh-oh.
You would draw your blade against a god?
Uh-oh. No, don't hurt her.
I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
Paimon can't believe it. She just surrendered.
What the heck is going on? Did I just see an archon surrender to a human?
Wow, how utterly humiliating.
Lady Furina, what is the meaning of this?
It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding. To be clear, the raising of both hands is not always an indication of surrender.
Looking for excuses again, huh?
I raised my hands just now to indicate my acceptance of the trial. No duel shall be necessary. I will admit that I've been running away for a long time. I'm sorry, everyone. I was unable to protect the people of Poisson. It is my duty to stand trial for my crimes. You are not the only ones to be disappointed in me. I, too, am exceedingly disappointed in myself.
You are disappointed.
But now, it is time for the Hydro Archon to show you her courage and resolve. I, Furina, will use this trial to show the world the true meaning of justice.
Ooh.
This time, I will protect you.
Yay.
Applaud and rejoice. One of the most outrageous and fantastical arcs known
She's
to
a
the
Futu
opera
harbinger.
and plays
She's a harbinger.
is now
She's doing the
unfolding
pose.
before your eyes.
She's doing the pose. She's a Futu. She's a Futu. Oh my god.
Mark my words.
This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontaine. The trial of the Hydro Archon, focalors, will now begin!
Woohoo!
Yippee!
Oh, now we're making history.
Wait, why is yours so fight?
Why does it feel like Furina just took over the whole thing? Like, come on! Didn't she just get forced to stand trial for her crimes? Also, even though she's still acting super dramatic, she is taking this seriously this time, right?
All right, then. Who will be my opponent in this trial?
Yourself.
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Me?
Is
Nah, bro.
that so? Very well. Then please speak, witness of Tivat, my accuser and fated opponent.
Oh! Front row.
Also, please allow me to ask, as a final question before the trial begins. Just how much work did you do to force me onto this stage?
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
I can go over the tasks assigned to the Spina di Rosula, since they were rather straightforward and easy.
Navia, the president of the Spina di Rosula.
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance this morning
Whoa.
were my subordinates. They changed into plain clothes and came to the Opera House as regular audience members, waiting for the perfect opportunity to incite insurrection against you. The people's resentment against their Archon has been building as more and more of the prophecy is fulfilled. A spark was all we needed to turn smoldering anger into a flame. Moreover, according to our understanding and analysis of you, when something like that occurred, you would likely flee the scene and head to Poisson by yourself. So, we arranged for a second group to lie in wait there.
So, you mean, the ones who scoured the settlement for me were also from the Spina?
And their goal was to force you to step into the giant magic box so you may personally participate in the greatest magic performance in all of Fontainian history.
That's right. That house was a magic box, rather than someone's residence.
As the super ultimate version of the setup that I used when I first performed at the Opera Epiclese, the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson and Aranias. Its cargo, of course, was an Archon instead of a human. My thanks, Furina. Without your help, we could never have pulled off such an extraordinary performance.
You're welcome?
Of course, this performance was only made possible with Father's support. The House of the Hearth spent a massive amount of labor in Mora to pull this off. We had to select a location, construct the giant magic box, dig a tunnel, and open up a path through the water. It was a lot of work for all of us.
So, in other words, the earthquake that we felt within the giant magic box was just a normal tremor from the transportation of the whole house?
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster to come.
Then, I can guess Nervillette and Cloran's part. You gathered a crowd, prepared a stage, and made sure that the champion duelist would be immediately ready for a fight. Also that as soon as I appeared on the stage, the trial may commence without a hitch. Am I right?
Yes, that is correct.
Well, Clorand, I must commend you for your courage. Only the most outstanding champion duelist in all of Fontaine would accept...
Thank you.
As for you, traveler, I suppose your role was to keep me distracted with conversation once you found me, and you'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once we'd arrived. Oh? It's fine. It matters not. What's done is done. The stage is already set, so there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this trial through to the very end.
Madam Prosecutor, please allow me to pass this. This is a document that Miss Charlotte applied for and received permission to share with you during the trial. According to her, it should speed up the proceedings.
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's here too! Hey, Charlotte! Oh, let Paimon see. Isn't this the exclusive interview that she did with us before? So she's already finished it, huh? Wait, then that means this document is a perfect timeline of everything that's happened ever since we stepped foot in Fontaine! So in other words, we can refer to this anthology of evidence every time we want to use something from our journey as evidence for another. Let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, alright?
You defeated the Hydro Archon in the very first duels you took part in at the Opera House. That's one for the history books, all right.
Huh?
I didn't think that you'd wind up getting to the bottom of the case I'd been following all this time. This is the first time Monsieur Nervillette had a difference of opinion with the Oratrice. Even the Hydro Archon can't figure it out. A Fatui Harbinger. She's an extraordinary person. Her instinct must mean something. The fortress of Meripede was almost destroyed in a single day. That I didn't witness that scene personally will always be a source of professional regret, I think. According to Monsieur Nervillette, both the child and that whale should have been in the primordial sea at that time. I nearly lost my awesome friend Navia. To be honest, that still gives me shivers. The words of someone as extraordinary as a witch can probably only be truly understood when something surreal happens to you.
Oh God. There's attorney again.
The prosecution and the defense are both in position. The trial shall now begin.
Oh, come on, Nervillette. There's no need. Just fast forward to the part where the prosecution lays out my offenses. Of course, it is only natural.
That's true. But my charge here is unrelated to your conduct as an Archon.
Oh my God, she speaks.
Instead, I would like to charge you as a fraud who's never been the Archon in the first place.
She speaks. I speaks. The traveler speaks.
Wait, what was that? Lady Furina's a fraud?
Yes.
Hey, I came here thinking that we were going to try the Hydro Archon for forsaking her duty, but did I hear that right?
What is this? What are these people in the background? Is it because of a resolution? Oh my God, they look so... Why do they look like that?
Charge accepted.
Why do they look like that?
Lady Furina, do you plead guilty to the charge? Lady Furina.
I plead not guilty. How can I be guilty? There is no way that I, focalor, otherwise known as Furina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine, could be anything other than your true Archon.
Yeah. Even though Lady Furina can be rather eccentric, isn't it going too far to doubt her very identity?
Yeah, I've never questioned her identity either. Sure, Lady Furina...
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever since they were born. There would be no fooling their memory. See? Even the Oratrice has decided to show me its favor. Are you sure you want to commit to a charge that will never be upheld?
The Oratrice nakanik
If
na
you
ng
wish
lista
to
na na.
drop the case, I can promise you as the god of justice that you will not have to face trial for making a false accusation.
An argument with near impossible odds, huh?
Well, I tried to give you the chance to surrender. If you must persist, then let me ask. If you believe I'm not the Archon, and if I was not the Archon, then how did I manage to live for over 500 years?
Here's something else. This one?
That doesn't.
Oh, this one maybe?
First of all, you may be a member of another long-lived race, which would allow you to naturally possess an extended lifespan. And second of all, even if that wasn't the case, there could be a...
Who gave you that idea? Was it
Yes.
the knave?
A curse. I once thought it possible that the aura of an Archon might naturally resemble a type of curse. But in light of this claim, perhaps what I sensed was not your divinity, but a curse after all.
You sensed it too, huh, Nervalet?
Lady Furina is actually a human?
Well, it is true that it's extremely difficult to tell humans and gods apart just by looking at them. It's not impossible.
Well, don't start celebrating too early now. Even if I have been carrying a curse like you said, how does that prove that I am merely a human being? Besides, everyone knows that the main difference between a human and a god is the possession of authority. For centuries, manifestations of my authority have served the nation of... One need only to turn their eyes towards the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal in this very opera house.
The
Or
Oratrice
consider the
Mécanique d'Analyse
indemnitium that
Cardinal.
is used in every aspect.
This is the one where I said that.
You tried to reference the Oratrice, but weren't you as confused as all the rest of us when the Oratrice declared Child to be guilty without any proof? Otherwise, you should have come up with a good explanation for that by now.
Didn't I make myself clear at the time? The decisions of the gods are naturally difficult for humans to comprehend.
Lady Furina, I believe a reminder of your current circumstances is in order. While the court is in session, the principles of justice and the law must come before all else. While you will prove yourself unable to defend against the prosecution's charges if you...
I never thought you'd use that kind of rhetoric against me.
That was no trick of rhetoric, Lady Furina. I've merely reiterated the rules of the court. Rules that all should respect and follow.
So, you neither knew why Child was declared guilty, nor did you understand the structure and operations of the Oratrice. Instead of having been created by you, the manifestations of authority you mentioned have been made by the real Hydro Archon, haven't they?
The real Hydro Archon? Well, now you're really losing me. It is true that I did not know why the Oratrice gave out a guilty verdict that day. But the Oratrice handed out that verdict unilaterally, and it has been operating independently ever since it was first created. You can't argue that just because a divine creation is flawed, that the god behind it must also be
She's still throwing out all kinds of
my power.
If that poses a concern...
You don't need to...
Aren't you the Hydro Archon? Or is it that you can't even wield the power of Hydro, much less the authority of a god?
True, Paimon?
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons derive their power. Thus did I give up all of my divine power to provide...
Isn't that a huge...
Yeah, no matter how generous an Archon can...
It seems like nobody's buying Furina's
Hey, come now, everyone! Please don't stare
at me as if I was a liar. I'm still the same Furina you knew, right? The one that you loved. Please? You've got to believe me.
Oh, poor
If what the
girlie.
prosecutor said is true, she really has committed a grave offense.
Did she deceive all of us? And all of our parents and grandparents too?
Enough. That's enough. Tell me then, if I'm not the real Hydro Archon, if you have no evidence.
Wow.
New bullet? He's the icon? I'm kidding.
That doesn't...
Yeah, I don't think this one. This one? What? So it's this one? Oh.
It has been established that all Fontanians can dissolve in water.
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use right here and now to eliminate all suspicions of you.
Miss Navia, please apply to serve as a temporary attorney for the prosecution before addressing the court.
Super sorry, Monsieur Chief Justice. I swear this really will be... Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson. As everyone knows, a massive flood struck the area not long ago, including the... So, Miss Furina, would you dare to touch some of this seawater? If we are to believe that you are indeed the real Hydro Archon, touching this seawater would have no effect on you. All it should do is strengthen... But if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse. Oh, and I must remind you that after the disaster at Poisson, nobody wants to see any more people dissolve. I do hope you'll act prudently.
Navia from the Spina di Rasula. The Spina has governed Poisson for many years. I guess her suggestion is valid.
If Lady Furina is indeed just a human, she's probably Fontanian like all the rest of us. Would she really dare?
Oh no. Oh no. Don't tell her, girlie.
Lady Furina, this test has been unilaterally proposed by the prosecution.
Well, of course he had to tell her that.
She's just staring at the water without
What's going on? Is she really planning?
Don't do it!
Due to the inherent risk of the test.
Hey!
Oh no.
I'm fine! Look at me, everyone! My hand is still here! Will you believe me now? I really am your Archon! I'm nothing like a...
Miss Siegewin? If you're present, Miss Siegewin.
Siegewin, don't be nervous.
Oh,
It'll just
where
take
did
a
she go
few
from?
seconds.
Please announce the results of your evaluation.
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Furina was displaying symptoms of hyperventilation and flushed skin. She was experiencing the adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater. The extent to which she was affected is the same as other humans when exposed.
Thank you, Miss Siegewin. Lady...
Oh, wait. What did she just say? I didn't get dissolved. Shouldn't that...
Well, considering your tendency to run from your problems, we did a... However, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a sample that is not constant. We don't want anyone else.
Yeah, so out of regard for Furina's life, you secured a low-concentration sample and asked the head nurse to serve as an expert witness. It's a great thing that the direct sample wasn't actually used. Furina could have...
I can't believe... You...
Oh god.
Listen to me, everyone. Please don't give me such cold and disdainful looks. What happened? Just think about it. How can you conclusively... Also, if I was really
Oh no. No, poor Furina.
Please, everyone, anyone, just listen to me. I swear, I really am your archon.
No, the poor girlie. No! Ah! Don't cry, baby girl.
I don't think anything she says at this point.
With all the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't think there's any.
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway me to stand against her now.
Furina, no! The heck? What's going on?
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Furina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Furina is guilty.
No! 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 Stop!
We shall now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique
Technique
to render the final verdict on the charges.
No! Bro, be for real.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique de Furina is
not guilty?
Well, what's wrong? What's the Oratrice's verdict?
No. The Oratrice also displays a guilt.
Isn't that correct?
However, the exact wording of the verdict is thus: to be punished via the death sentence.
No! No!
The death sentence? That's actually one of the available sentences? I've always thought that it was just a
myth.
The one and only time the death sentence has been handed out at the court, and it's been given to the very person we've worshipped as the god of justice?
Furina's been sentenced to death by the Oratrice? We just wanted to use the trial to show her the seriousness of things so she'd tell us the truth. How did things
No, don't kill her.
This outcome is indeed quite strange. According to Fontaine's current definitions of justice, as well as its recommendations for criminal sentences, is this sentence really appropriate for the crimes that have been committed?
No?
Even Vache wasn't sentenced to death by the Oratrice. You know, the real evil mastermind behind the serial disappearances case.
Indeed. Not only is Furina's sentence overly excessive, the very point of our trial today was also to prove that Furina has never been the Hydro Archon in a... But now, the Oratrice seems to have deliberately invoked the title of the Hydro Archon. What does this mean?
No, don't kill her. I don't want her to die.
Excuse me.
Oh, hi,
Fremine. Interrupt. Is the trial still...
Fremine! Huh, you finally made it.
Mm-hmm. Any mission...
Oh, he found the other one.
Is that the first prophecy slate? Huh. So the knave privately arranged for Fremine to try and find the missing slate.
I looked everywhere and finally found it at the bottom of the sea. It took me a long time, but has the trial already
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow me to... Traveler, I believe that you have already seen the other existing slates, and would like you to come here and confirm...
I don't want Furina to die.
Huh? So what do you see?
I believe I have now made sense of the Hydro Archon's crime. It has to do...
Huh? So when you say Hydro Archon...
In truth, everything that you've encountered in Fontaine up until this point can be true. However, I'm uncertain as to...
Okay, let's try to recall the contents...
What the hell?
The first stone slate describes what you just said. It seems to show the previous Hydro Archon using her divine power, and then the Oceanids turn into humans.
Are you saying the furina?
Does that mean that Fontanians are transformed Oceanids? Oh, Paimon wasn't expecting that. But the second stone slate shows Celestia floating in the sky, and the Hydro Archon and her people worshipping it together. But the heavens still brought judgment down upon them. This must be the point when the Hydro Archon and the Fontanians were branded with their original sin. Does this mean that the original sin? The third slate shows the Hydro Archon sinking into the sea surrounded by many people. That reminds Paimon, didn't we? Well, the fourth slate is the prophecy the Fontanians have been talking about. People dissolving into the sea, the Hydro Archon crying. We didn't believe that such a crazy disaster could happen at first, did we? But after that incident, it was just a question.
We know from the case of the serial disappearances of young women that Fontanians can be dissolved in primordial seawater. And the first stone slate tells us that long ago, the Hydro Archon used her power to turn Oceanids into humans. This might be the reason. Perhaps what is about to take place has all happened before. And the original sin cast down on the people of Fontaine by Celestia, as recorded on this.
Oh god. Wait, what is? That is going to water the green pool. This one?
It's not as simple as falling. When Navia fell into the sea, her consciousness was subjected to the stone slates, show the people gathered around the Hydro Archon in the sea.
Okay, okay. Oh.
The prophecy from the stone slates found its way into society. But not many. The fortress of Meropide was nearly flooded. If we hadn't dealt with it in time.
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea but won't cease to exist. Their essence will flow in the seawater, converge, and take the form of an Oceanid. The Hydro Archon was sentenced to death in court, shocking everyone present. Perhaps this means that Navia fell into the water inside those ruins, and she nearly dissolved. She was surrounded by the people of Poisson in a court within her consciousness, and was forced to take part in a trial meant to make her stay. The eruption of the primordial sea at the fortress of Meropide was the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass no matter what. The prophecy's contents can all be verified by recent events. If we...
Oh god. So, what is this saying?
Huh? Oh, Paimon gets it now, but then it feels like we're going to have to share some truly...
Let's hear them.
Incredible. Linny, did you hear that?
We're not real humans.
All Fontanians were originally created by the
blur.
late previous Hydro Archon, with Oceanids as the evidence for that can be found in how only Fontanians dissolve in primordial seawater. And how all the girls Vacher dissolved were also turned into oceanids. Oh, and according to Navia, when she was about to get dissolved, she also saw everyone gathered around for a trial. All of them in the shape of oceanids.
Indeed.
Yeah, and it follows from the content of the first slate that she probably anchored Celestia by creating humans without prior permission. That could also explain why the Oratrice judged the Hydro Archon to be guilty. It's to account for that ancient sin.
The Hydro Archon's true sin was creating us?
And yet, after many hundreds of years, the Hydro Archon's creations have turned around to try to judge the Archon within the Opera Epiclese.
Yeah, isn't the image here just like when Navia fell in? So wouldn't it be trying to show the image of the Hydro Archon also falling into the sea once in the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain weeping on her throne. Did Paimon get all that right?
You've made some keen deductions. I must say, however, while you were able to decode all the information when we were at the ruins, I tried to decipher the hidden information. Now that the slate collection is complete, I shall make another attempt to decipher the narrative record. I believe I should share this truth not only with you, but with all your hypotheses regarding the origin of Fontanians and in the Fontaine of old. The previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land. The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro Archon their desire. However, even though water as an element is intricately linked with the power of life, the Hydro Archon, as one of the seven, did not possess the authority to create a new form of human life. Not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her familiars by appropriating the power of this planet's primordial. She poured primordial seawater into the Oceanid's blood vessels, creating humanoid mimics in the process. But if Fontanians were to ever come into direct contact with water from the primordial sea, the power within their bodies would escape these artificial restraints and return to the sea. As a result, their forms would collapse, and they would be reverted to their original forms as Oceanids. Of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race.
Dang, that was so
Thus,
slick.
the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the true history of how the people of Fontaine first.
So we were all Oceanids before we turned into human.
That's way too much information for me. I think I'm just going to pretend that I never heard a single thing.
Yep.
Wait, but if that's the truth, we can't let the Hydro Archon be sentenced to death. After all, her only sin was creating us.
This really might be too much information for your regular Fontanian, but it doesn't.
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the third and fourth stone slates was inaccurate. The slates' respective positions are, in fact, correct. A key point of the visual on the third slate is how all the individuals depicted in the water are humans rather than Oceanids. They have not been dissolved, which implies that the water depicted in this slate is not water from... The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well as the nation of trials and justice. Instead of being the literal element, the water in the scene symbolizes judgment and justice. You may also recall Navia's experience. When she fell into the sea, her consciousness was surrounded by that of many others who intended to hold a trial to determine her fate. Therefore, the meaning of the third slate, that the people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro Archon at the court of... Yes, it refers to our present situation.
I think I'm following now. So, what you're... In truth, everything we've done has happened exactly as the prophecy foretold. So now, it seems, we're the ones making sure...
What should we do?
Not make it happen.
No matter what, the prophecy will be fulfilled.
If that's the case, does that mean the scene in the fourth slate will also be fulfilled soon?
Traveler, I would like to point out another small... About the fourth slate. You probably thought that the eruption of primordial seawater beneath the fortress of Meripede served as the shore. However, I believe that rather than being a sure sum... As for the root cause of the catastrophe, I believe...
Cutscene? Oh, damn it! Not again.
This eruption was just a small warning of the things to come. We must find the root cause of the disaster.
The whale? The whale. It's the whale. Look at these spread from here. Oh! No. This?
It was both dream and...
Oh, yeah.
If we're talking about a true culprit, that could only be that thing inside the primordial sea, right?
The truth, the original sin, the trial.
What's going on? Cutscene! Oh no! We're gonna die. Oh no! Oh god! Oh, bro just pee-peed. Oh god. That's horrifying. It's child! It's our man! It's child! Get it. Slay. Slay. Oh damn. He's cooking. He's cooking a whale. Oh. Bye. Damn, bro. He's back. Our man child is back. What? No! Come back. Bro just dies. Oh god. I don't want to fight that thing, bro. I'm too scared. That thing looks terrifying.
Way too close! How did that thing just burst into the opera house? Wait, was that the huge whale you...
So we've met it at last. I understand very well why it is chosen to make... That whale does not belong to Tevat. It is a monster that has traversed the stars, weeping. Oh, it has been greedily consuming the energy from the planet's primordial sea, using it to grow. And once it has finished consuming all of the...
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created Fontanians out of Oceanids, she filled their blood vessels with primordial seawater.
Precisely. That whale finds the blood of Fontanians nigh impossible to resist. Therefore, when it left the primordial sea, it decided to make its next stop a packed opera house full of food. Food in the...
We just barely managed to push it back, right? In that...
That is correct. Indeed, it is more accurate to say that we should thank that Harbinger for buying us some time. From the way he looked, he must have been fighting the creature for quite a long time.
That battle maniac. We've always known that he had a special connection with that whale, but we definitely didn't expect it to help us out like this. Anyway, now that we know that this whale is the actual cause of the disaster...
It is too late. It had already absorbed too much of the primordial sea's energy before we... Even if the entirety of Tevat were to be destroyed.
That's not something I will accept. We've already done everything we can, and we've come so far. You can't just tell me that the last hurt...
Indeed. That's not how a grand performance should end.
I'll
You
fight
must
it
fight
to the
the
end.
whale.
No matter what.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
Wait, let's fight it then.
The prophecy. Yes, what has been
just as prophecies are usually, ultimately,
Yes. She. What is it? Oh god.
What's happening with the Oratrice?
Wait, where's Furina?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the
Oh
death
shit!
sentence.
Oh god! Girl, get out of here! Get out!
Furina!
Dude, get out! Get out, please! Don't! Oh my god!
no, I still need answers.
Furina! Oh, you jumped so hard! No! Ah! No! Don't kill her! What's going on? Ah! No! Don't kill her! Please don't kill her, I'm begging you. Don't kill her, I'm begging you. Please. She's gonna be beheaded! Oh god. Wait, who's this? Oh, it's ah! Oh my god.
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing. I could.
You are not Furina.
Ah, the sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question, I am Focalor.
What?
You know, the god.
Focalor. Why did you deceive us?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of the heavenly principles.
What's going on?
Deceiving the heavenly principles.
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine condemned to... One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor. That's the former Hydra. She knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to pass. And as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles at one's peril. So yes,
Is this the same
as you
voice
have no
actor? I
doubt
cannot tell.
surmised, it was a rather impossible situation that I found myself in. I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. And I was almost growing barnacles by the time I finally realized there was only one. I had to outwit the heavenly principle. I'm a genius, I know. I can only assume that's why Egeria chose me as her successor. Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving the nation, the quote... But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one of her Oceanid familiar.
So you were also once one of the Oceanids, transformed into a human by Egeria's hand.
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being. The me you see before you now is that divinity. And the human counterpart I left behind, I named Furina. She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. She could be as vain and conceited. Her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess, as were her shortcomings. But in my eyes, Furina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human in every way. The person I always... Anyway, so then I cursed her.
Bruh.
All part of the plan, of course. The plan to deceive... Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy? The Hydra Archon. In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited under the curse I placed on her. So long as I, focalors' divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live her life in the pursuit of happiness. Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the role of leading lady, to forever play the part of the god from the prophecy, all to create... I suppose now you probably understand why your court is called the Opera Epiclese.
But Furina is only human, isn't she? Even though she has had a long life, her mind is no stronger than that of any other ordinary human being. I cannot begin to fathom what she has had to endure. It must have been...
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me in human form, I most definitely owe her an apology for it. It's been 500, and all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely, and agonizingly painful opera of all time.
Cutscene. Oh, I guess not. Girl, why are you always having those dreams? Is Furina dead? What's going on? No. What's going on? No. Please. Don't do this. Don't do this. Oh my god. Don't do this to us.
Oh? Who permitted you to come onto this stage? Now, all right. It is not my intent to reprimand you. There is no need to state your name. Just... Oh, do not jest. Can you not feel it? I am Focalor. The eyes of countless Fontanians are upon me. I must, at all times, display the... Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon enough.
Busted. Take it easy.
Incoming. Speed of light. Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards!
Yay. The best spot in the house. Oh, this is so slow.
Furina. Furina.
Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where are you?
Be not nervous.
Be not
Be not
afraid.
afraid. I am before you.
Wait a moment. You're mirror me? How can...
Mirror you, huh? You know what? That's not bad. Let's go with that.
Mirror me? What do you wish to say?
The prophecy.
What prophecy? Wait. I know. The people will all be dissolved into the water.
Oh, very good.
What's going on? I can't seem to remember anything clearly.
Yes, it will. And that is why I've come to you.
But doesn't that mean everyone will die? I'm a Fontanian just like them.
Oh, don't worry. Magical meetings exist in this world precisely to give people a chance to turn things around. I will tell you how to save everyone, but...
Oh, so there's still hope after all. As for the suffering, well, I will admit, but if the prophecy will come true, I'll also die anyway, right? So if there were scales, with all the people of Fontaine on...
You truly are the perfect human. My ideal. I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you.
Huh?
Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well. Fontaine has just lost its Hydro Archon. I need you to play a role. That of the new
Play as... a god?
That's right. You must begin a never-ending masquerade. You must never let if you can keep it up, then I shall have my way of defying this prophecy.
But how will I do this? A human assuming the role of...
Don't worry. What you must do is not to turn yourself into being a human yourself. I'm sure you already know what such an entity would be like. Remember, your true challenge will not be pursuing divinity, but contending against humanity.
I'm still not sure I understand, but I'll try. So, how long am I going to have to play this role?
To accomplish this mission, but I promise you, all will
A trial, huh? How exciting.
This is just so depressing. Can you walk faster, girly? Oh, I can't.
The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession, but this is my first... What should I say to most appear... Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. And I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of Hydro Archon. In truth, I know little about becoming a nation's new god, But it will be my honor to, as the god Focalor, the god of justice. I shall do all within my power to lead you into an once again, thank you all for coming. If you should have any questions or suggestions, please send them to the Maison Cardinalise. I thought I might stammer, but thankfully,
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity would...
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions there.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest. What's the difference between her and an ordinary person, then?
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen. She might just be a Maison-backed puppet.
Wait, what's going on? Why is everyone suspecting me of being a fake? Oh, this is bad. Right. Mirmi said that I just need to play the role of a god as human. Calm down, Furina. Think. What do the people want? Assertive, with a strong sense of... Oh,
She's
very
delusional.
good, my people. Only ones such as you are deserving of my rule.
She's delulu.
Now, I was wondering if some weak puppet... Well, it seems that you would all see right through them. Having passed my test, you are qualified to witness wondrous trials alongside my august self. You may consider my previous act a door gift of sorts. I thought it was a debut that suited the atmosphere. Now then,
So that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
Her personality. It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful. Our future may yet be bright after all.
it seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and restart my accessions. My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith. We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be washed away. The scales of justice may law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. There is no trouble so long as I, the...
Yippee! Wow.
Lady Furina, here are today's case reports, as well as a summary of the follow-up for your perusal.
Come now, was I not just at the Besides, none of these trials were the one that
If I may be so impertinent.
A magnificent, dramatic, and wondrous trial. A trial to end all.
That's true, I fear I lack the ability to grasp your divine thought, Lady Archon.
No need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now, do your duties. The trial I await. It will come one day.
Lady Furina, I don't know what to say. Thank you for...
No need to thank me. Or rather, thank your own sense of perseverance instead. Long have you stood in line to meet... Oh, I'm afraid that's just an inevitable consequence of my divine charm. All right. Deoteria, is it? How is your son's illness?
You remembered me, and you knew he is doing much better now. In fact, he is far...
Oh, good. Very good. If this should happen again in the future, please do not hesitate to come and tell me. Going down to citizens' homes
You're such a gentle and wise god. Thank you once again, on behalf of my son.
Lady Furina, here are the latest hydrological reports. As for the specific parameters you asked to take note of, I'm afraid things still don't look...
I see. It's as I thought then. As your god, I did already expect this, but I wanted to see how far your all manner of signs indicate that the prophecy will still come to pass.
Well, as I understand it, the Fontaine Research Institute is also trying to find a way to counter the rising water levels.
Really?
I'm afraid that they haven't found any effective solution thus far.
Oh, is that so? The day is finally over. But it's good to see that everything's getting on. Maybe this is fine. I just need to keep going. All right, Furina, don't think too hard about this.
Lady Furina, here are the new trial reports for the latest cases, as well as a summary of the follow-up.
There'll be no need for that. I've seen them already. There's no need to go back over scenes I've witnessed in person.
Lady Furina, I've waited so...
Indeed, my dear loyal citizen.
Lady Furina, we're detecting significant hydrological anomalies near Poisson.
Understood. Keep monitoring. Keep me informed should anything come up at the end. I feel utterly exhausted. Best to rest early today.
Oh. It's a samsara
Lady
cycle.
Furina, it's... I've heard that the first member of our family who...
And what a fine family yours is indeed. It brings me great joy to meet such a faithful...
Are you good?
Surely you exaggerate...
What is it?
Are you crying?
Oh god!
Really now? This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god.
No wonder. No wonder. A manifestation of your power, then. Oh, Archon, I am...
Oh good lord. Poor girlie's so done.
So interminable. So lonely. Just how much longer?
Oh god, the poor girl.
Hundreds of years must have passed by now. Perhaps the show I never imagined.
Oh my god, stop!
So much.
Stop!
Have I reached my limit? No. Perhaps I reached it long ago. Today I didn't even notice my own tears. I want to tell someone, anyone, about this, I've conducted so many investigations across the centuries. But there's all I can do is keep heart. I must maintain.
Oh my god, the poor girl.
Furina, you don't have to shoulder this burden alone. Although I don't know what you might be keeping.
Okay, I gotta finish this fast soon.
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you'd call a witness.
A witness. Yet, and if Tevat is in its entirety, if that's the case, she's right. I could, but if things don't play out as expected, the people. No, Furina. But what if, Furina, you've worked so hard for so long. Surely it would be okay to put yourself first for once. Just this once. Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway? To find someone in whom you can confide. If you let this opportunity slip through, think about it. Long and hard. No, I have nothing to say. I am Furina, the Archon of Fontaine. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness.
That's not right.
Fine.
Oh, bye. Girl, you missed your chance. Good job.
So even Furina doesn't know the truth?
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the heavenly principles, you must first deceive yourself. She did very well. If she had let her resolve, it seems that trusting humanity was the...
I believe that I understand. How would you build on this?
Ah, good. Of course, the Eudex of Fontaine has pinpointed the crux of the issue. I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no simple machine.
Oratrice
yes?
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice within the core chamber. It now seems that that person was you, hidden within the machine all along. Am I right?
And then I became one with the Oratrice, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it? Alas, your understanding of this device still lacks sufficient depth. In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a device created to kill the god of justice.
No! No!
Oh,
don't,
you have it.
please.
And to be more precise, not only will the Oratrice take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed. I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy my work over these last 500 years has been to constantly accumulate indemnitium within the But really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide power to Fontaine. The vast majority had to be, accumulated.
It was all part of your plan then? Well,
indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained but only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro Arc.
So the Oratrice's call for death was for neither Furina nor focalor, but for the Hydro Archon. The destruction of that divine throne. If I do...
Returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
What? But no.
No, what? Getting sad again, are we?
Don't
the
cry.
authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Sovereign. And this is the face you make.
Why wouldn't you be sad?
All you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked.
Stop! No! Don't.
Hydro Dragon, don't cry. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. Were they not guilty of essentially the same crime? Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principles stole the power you ancient dragons possessed. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original power... Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human... So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontanians as humans and their right to exist in this world... In other words, existence was Egeria's justice, and to me, justice is the continuation of that existence, defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on. That should be the justice enthroned over. At this point, we, whether it be myself or all Iudex Nervilette, the highest judge in our land, when you regain your full power as an elemental sovereign, what verdict shall you pass upon us?
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, I see now that that was your idea too. At last. I now understand the true purpose behind this position. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they feel. You are a devious one, focalor. Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
No! Don't do this.
The hour of my execution is
No!
almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come.
Stop.
I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid.
Oh my god, bro.
Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common.
She got those grippers out though.
Farewell, Nervilette.
No.
I hope you've enjoyed the part you played
No.
these 500 years.
Wait, please! Stop. Sway. No! No! wait, does she get to live? Wait. Oh my god. Oh my god,
I,
sorry.
Eudex Nuvelet,
Sorry.
hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Yes! Thank you. Okay, so Furina gets to live, I guess. Okay, so Furina gets to live then, or something. What the-
Throw away the kitchen garbage. What a mess.
I just
Can you throw away the garbage?
Yeah, just wait.
Also, I got free.
What just
Well,
happened?
is it like chocolate ice
Has
cream?
the death sentence been
balls
carried out?
And
Is that
croissants
bright
that
light
used to be
some
heated
sort
up
of
in the oven.
misdirection? I have a feeling that
Wow.
something huge
Come on,
just
that's
happened.
easy.
But since we're all still alive and haven't been dissolved, I assume whatever happened was good for.
It's time to end this. We must mete out
Okay,
punishment.
so he doesn't.
Didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't?
I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. Through, we should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry. Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an executor to help me mete out justice, the root of the calamities befalling Fontaine, the beast that enacts the prophecy.
Kill.
Its name is the All Come With Me, Traveler. The hour of execution has come.
Okay, so Furina gets to live then. Wait, hold on. I need a pause.
Oh no, but it's fall or something that dies.
What?
It's a deity version of her.
Yeah, I
Furina,
know.
the human version, does not die.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I just figured out. I thought she actually died or something. I was like, oh, I literally cried for
Okay,
like
can you
a
throw away the
minute.
kitchen garbage?
Yes, just wait. I
don't
have
want
to.
Did you do the Facebook engagement?
Oh god.
You didn't do it? Wow.
Okay, I'll do it right after.
Nope.
Ah! What? Oh my god, why is it so big? Ah!
I've already done my best to summon power.
Get away.
Considering the size of the beast, I cannot
You're doing
reach the power
300
source.
damage on it.
Unless find a way to
It's so
attack it from
big.
within.
I can't reach it.
Share a part of the ancient dragon's power with you.
This
We
is
shall look for an
horrifying.
opening together.
Oh my god!
My hook is speed of light.
What?
Write it. Write it.
I can feel its hostility.
What is going on? This is terrifying.
How are you not sinking?
I don't know. Yeah, what? I don't have any! Wait! I don't have any!
Why'd you with get into this fight?
Well, I didn't know I would need. Ah!
Take it easy.
Oh my god! Stop! Stop!
With sword comes shadow.
I'm like doing nothing to your skin.
Its instinct to devour.
But I'm guessing it's.
Continue to trigger its hostility. Chance will
why did
present
you help?
itself.
Not in
Bro, look at that damage.
Oh my god, stop! Please.
Look at that
Don't blink.
damage. Literally, this is gonna take you like 20 minutes.
It's gonna have a second phase, I know it. It's so huge though. This is like the biggest. No, it's probably bigger than. Oh my god.
Whoa.
It's probably bigger than the Skyrim Shadow. Oh shit! Well, RIP. Oh!
That's the second phase.
Hulking thingy over there.
What is music? This music is hard.
I don't know, I'll become hot.
Don't blink.
I can't feel damage making. Why is music going so hard though?
I have granted you my protection. Do not fear.
Yep. I don't
Seize the
have
moment
any!
to use my power to suppress its root from within.
I don't have any!
So literally trying to take the wall away. They literally told me not to.
What is this music? This is horrifying. I don't have any more Usia. Or what about Numa?
Don't blink.
Stop, please! I don't have any. Wait. Stop. Also, this music was really hard.
Got lucky that time. Hey!
I'm not doing anything. What is this music?
Speed of light.
It was horrifying. Oh, look at that.
Quietly now.
Do I have to? I don't have any.
You're just gonna do this the hard way. It doesn't look like a normal one, you know.
So, hey, I don't have any more Uis.
Normal.
Oh my god, what is this music? Oh damn! He broke the screen. What? Oh, cutscene. Oh,
you
guys.
just killed an animal. That's animal cruelty. Bro just floats in the air majestically.
This is the second phase.
Oh no. He just killed an animal, bro.
Purify it. Oh. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, it's spinning.
It looks like Nathan's.
Ah! It's Skirk! Skirk. Skirk. It's her. Oh,
oh, this
he just got
sent. Child? Was that a child?
Yeah, he just got sent.
I know this scene. I
He
saw
just
this.
flew. He like literally flew.
Okay, can you throw me the garbage?
Thanks for helping with the cleanup.
Mother?
Should have been my job, but oh well. It was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. I didn't think that my disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point, but they bumped into one another earlier than I thought. What a...
That power.
So wait, who was
Who
inside the
are you
narwhal?
exactly?
I have no idea what's going on.
They just came
I don't
out
know what's. I don't know what's going on.
From what she said earlier, she must be Child's master. Skirk, right? It's just that he gave us the impression that she was the less talkative person.
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak.
She looks so slay.
But you,
I love
on
her.
the other
Like, what are these? It's so pretty.
managed
What
to
is that?
defeat
I
the
want
alt,
that.
so you may
wait, let's
speak
look-
to
I
me
mean,
as equals. I have to agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to raise an all-devouring narwhal. That kind of power is wasted on it. It's not quite.
Hey, you
all
should
in all,
clean up here, bro.
it fails as a pet.
Or do you mean
child?
I think you might have missed the...
The point being...
Well, being that this pet almost destroyed an
Yeah,
entire nation.
for real.
So what sort of person
No.
is your master?
Wait,
Child's
here's the whale.
master. Wait, is that right?
Oh, right. So you don't know him. Sorry, I assumed you did. His name is Sertologi.
Huh?
I am unfamiliar with...
Me too, bro.
So Master isn't sufficiently famous. How should I describe
Our
him?
legacy.
The foul?
Still nothing? Well, how about the Visionary?
Huh?
Vetterfalnir then? Or Gold Rindar?
What?
Ooh, that one we've heard. Rhindotter's part of the Hexens.
Oh,
Albedo's mom.
so you do know that name.
Albedo's mom.
To be honest, I also heard all of those names and titles from my master. I don't actually know them either. But I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a similar sort to Rhyndotter. They are both pursuing some form of perfection.
Wait, didn't you also mention a visionary person?
Actually, never mind that. I believe it expedient to inform you that the all-devouring narwhal used up nearly all its strength fighting you.
It's a narwhal, not a
Such
whale.
roaring hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's deep seas to digest. As such, the Fontaine back on the surface has most likely been thrown into chaos.
Girl, you should wear some
In other
shorts.
words, the prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
What?
There's a little more to be surprised about. Paimon. No. It can't happen.
Not to worry. Focalors has
Focalor? I have
already managed
Focalor.
to deceive the heavenly principles.
R.I.P. Focalors. Hey, throw away the garbage.
In the end,
Oh.
the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only
But there's one
Furina will
version
remain,
is... I guess.
weeping on her throne.
Oh shit! Oh! Did it? Oh. Huh? No. What? What? What?
Only then will the
what?
sins of the people of Fontaine
What's going on?
be washed away.
What's going on? Cool. What just happened? No. Did it actually happen? Oh my god. So, Focalor, the deity version is dead, but Furina, the human version, is alive. They're alive! The people are alive. Oh, they're all gonna drown though.
Hey!
So Furina's alive?
Over here!
Yeah. What about the people who can't swim? Hey. So, Fontaine did sing. But they're not dissolving?
Bro, that hair for
real. They're not dissolving? Oh yeah, let's go. Oh, what's going on? Oh my lord. What is going on? Oh my god, we got a whole entire ship thing. Yeah. It's working!
All hands, initiate emergency rescue!
What did you just get out of the water? How is Julian?
Hurry!
We got this whole entire ship ready. They're all just climbing onto things. Yay, they're not dying. But everything is still like underwater now. Yay! Yay!
How is his top hat still in?
Oh my god! Oh yeah, that's actually
How is his hat
weird.
still on?
Look! The water's receding!
Yay!
I heard Mom.
No. Yay! Yay! Yay!
It's a miracle!
They live!
We didn't dissolve. The
They
prophecy
live!
was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
Oh yeah! Yippee! Yippee! Oi! Yippee! Yippee!
Are you alright?
Why am I not moving?
Yay!
The prophecy was wrong.
Okay, all the trees are destroyed. Yay, they live.
Navigating the world.
Navigating the world is a whole lot.
Oh no, I'm dead.
Hello? Yay! Ah!
The soil renewed. The Sfina di Rasula talks post-disaster rebuilding. I recently visited Poisson to meet with Miss Navia, spokesperson of the Sfina di Rasula. And we spoke. Old soil can still give birth to new bloom, Miss Navia stated. Hope is like seeing a small cookie when you're starving late at night. You just need a little of it. Skyship Winglet, lunar brain of the Fontaine Research Institute. The various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr. Edwin have suddenly become a shield over the Institute, with Jurier turning out to be a once overlooked hidden gem. People always call the first researcher mad, but few know what to call the second. And should that latter person achieve a miracle, they would find it all the harder to find a word with which to classify.
Yippee!
Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really Jurier and Navia? They sound like real big shots.
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The Steambird's idea was pretty simple. With a
This
disaster
kid over
just
there
having
just
passed,
jumping.
we would print the value for these big scoops lies in their inevitable follow-ups. We'll publish further reports and go into the stories behind those people. Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created a true
Hyman's curious too! Wait a minute.
And that's exactly why I'd like you to come conduct interviews with me. You're the best
Are you sure? Hasn't he turned you down several times already?
Oh, this time will be different. Come on, let's head to Poisson first, and then...
Yay! We live! We all live. Yay! Be glad. People will go their home.
Oh my god, the Angela's dead.
Okay, so I thought I thought they were actually gonna kill her. But no, they just killed focalors instead.
Early.
Hey, everyone's back. Bye.
Navia! Oh, it's you.
Hey, we're just having
I'm here to update myself on how things are going here. Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snežević. He represented the Knave in sending us a large amount of supplies, and his help. Our residents are hard
nice.
at work as well. Thanks to everyone, work is progressing nicely. We've lost.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. I especially like that article you wrote last year about Fontaine's stray cats. But if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report? It's not charity we're doing here. We just happen to share the same interests as this.
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it as simple as possible. Or would you be willing to feature as friendly neighbors?
That would be fine. Thanks.
Oh,
How's
you're
Brooke
back
still
too.
alive?
How are things?
Keep getting your
We
ults.
finished laying down the construction materials. It'll be a...
Huh? You're too...
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Furina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson. The Spina has need of more decision makers. And, well, I do already happen to be connected to...
Oh, wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions?
Forget it. I'm sure you can find a better theme than that, Miss Charlotte.
I see you're the same as always. Couldn't you do me a favor, for Navia's sake? Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake, you might as well just take a few more photos of me. Of course I will. I'm not gonna let her off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the photo...
How did it go? Was it a good shot?
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots. All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the essence when it comes to the news, and freshness is the key. Also, not to brag, but I'm pretty good at building connections. Who knows? I might eventually get that interview with you after all, Miss... Wow, you really...
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview.
Whoa, you're well...
That's a...
In truth, I told him that it was best not...
You're right. I've got to tread... Stay safe now. And tell me if...
Girl, why are you just standing
Guess
there?
we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgic feeling to this place.
Looks like you've been missing us.
Duke! Did you come all the way to the entrance to greet us?
Of course. I'm here to welcome you and
really
our
so
dear
long.
Miss Charlotte, whom our good head nurse recommended to me.
It's an honor to finally meet the much-rumored Duke. Thank you for consenting to my visit to the fortress, sir.
No need to thank me. But that said, I shouldn't be the focus of your interview. I trust you recall our agreement?
Of course, of course.
All right then, this way.
Hey, no need to be so nervous. I've already taken all the photos with... Miss Charlotte.
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want her face to appear beside...
Sir, please don't say things like that.
But it looks like dear Mr. Jurier denies it. Might this interview be very important?
No, I just... This...
Now, I might not look it, but I actually did meet Mr. Edwin once. And the boat that brought about a miracle, the ark that saved the people. Why, you recreated a myth back there, like an emissary of legend. Still, if I might ask, where's that flying ship now?
Huh! Looks like Charlotte...
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our factory. I'm afraid it won't be easy for you to get a shot of it.
Really? Well, then in that case, could I have an interview with you to make up for that long...
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps you'd like to take another photo of this couple of researchers?
I should.
Did you really have to use the word couple? Well, then, two solo photos will do.
Is my hair messed up? Please, someone help me have a look.
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. We've seen this kind of thing. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try this new drink I came up with?
Ah,
Yes.
Siegeween.
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Why don't you, take some pretty photos of our head nurse? Sure. Come on, Miss Siegeween. Over this way. Let's find a brighter spot.
Huh? Oh, sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been at the fortress?
Same old, as you can see. Fontaine's undergone some changes, but this place is still more or less the same.
Other than that flying ship, it got
sounds
a
like
tad
that nerd
too
in
much
this.
attention, I think.
Yes,
That's why I decided to let the interview go through. We should direct more public...
You're too kind, sir. I believe that you too should have your day in the sun.
He
Not
hasn't,
that you would
he
want
hasn't
that.
seen the sun in days.
I'll just leave the spotlight to you. I see.
Wow,
Lots
I
of things
wasted more
happened that
money
day,
on
huh?
this game.
Anyway, regarding that Harbinger,
He sure did win them over, huh?
Oh, where's
I'll tell them
Town?
that there's good news and bad news. The
Town
good
is
being that
still
their boss
missing.
seems fine.
He's so
The
gone.
bad being that they must face
No one
extended
cares.
Send
sentences
him
for
into the
abetting his
abyss.
escape.
Oh,
No one
actually,
cares
what
about
about you? I think...
What change can there be? The fortress will keep chugging along, and so will my duties. As to what Miss Furina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance
When
will be
is she gonna come?
transformed,
I don't know.
we'll leave those...
Hey, everyone. The photo shoot's done.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, traveler. Let's go.
There'll be a
Traveler,
next...
let's
Maybe.
go.
Who knows? I might write a story about the
You.
underwater fact. All right. Last stop, the docks.
So close, man. More.
Wait, how come? Wait, what? Okay, I don't know. I was confused for a second.
Oh, single draw.
A Sumerian. I think. Never mind.
No more promo diamonds. Oh, I'm so close. I think I'm able to get Wanwan skin now. Not yet. Never mind. Come on. Oh!
Navia mentioned that
Keeps
she stayed in
happening.
touch with
Oh my-
Linny and the
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte, too.
Would you like a magic pocket? What sort of gadget is it?
It's a wondrous
I'm
bag
so
that can
close.
be used
Stop
to carry
giving me
many
this
things.
stuff.
The water level has returned to normal, but if you see any of your things floating around, you can use this to carry them. Or you could trick a
Okay,
friend.
I'm able to
Trick a
get Wanwan
friend.
skin.
Hmm.
Okay, I can get Wanwan skin.
You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine?
Is this what you meant by I'll help you make
Yeah, I
some
can
more
get Wanwan
friends?
skin.
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet.
Yeah, I got
Could I
it.
have your contact?
I
Sure.
got it.
Oh, he said it with a
Please,
I got the
write
skin.
down my address.
Wow. Was it worth it? Not really, but okay.
He was the one who proposed doing
okay.
this. He even wants to assist in our magic shows.
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Per as an assistant, and later Fremine himself. In the future, I think we can leave underwater escape magic to him too.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh, it'll work out. Every journey begins with the first step. He'll become a part of our show eventually.
Lynette, could you come over? Miss Charlotte says she wants to take a picture of us.
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. She got rid of everyone the moment she realized that Father says that you did a great deal during the latest events. She's very grateful for your contributions to Fontaine.
That's all right. We were more than happy to help. So...
Oh, I guess you haven't heard. After Lady Furina left, Father and Monsieur Nervillet opened negotiations, during which he gave Fontaine's gnosis to her as a diplomatic gift.
What? Okay, whatever. Bye. Of course, we gotta lose the gnosis for this nation.
I was quite surprised at first myself.
I could have gotten another.
But when I thought it over, there were actually a number of things going for it. It could have been done as an apology for the incident with Lord Child, or as thanks for his help in tying the all-devouring narwhal down. Furthermore, Father did also lend significant aid to Fontaine and Poisson.
That's true, but this is a gnosis we're talking about.
Yeah.
Doesn't this seem a bit...
Every single gnosis can be taken now, I swear to God.
I would agree, but I've also heard that it seems that Monsieur Nervillet has...
So there's some reason for this that...
I suspect you'll have to ask him about that yourself.
Isn't he real busy and stuff? Paimon didn't think he'd have the time for that. But back to the topic. The gnosis was given to the knave, right? What about Child?
He's gone.
They say that he's returned to Snezhnaya to recover from his wounds. I hear that the recent disaster really did a number on his health.
Oh, poor boy. War buddies.
That's true. When you think about it, we've had loads of run-ins with the Fatui. To think we'd be...
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Father.
Well, what do you know? Come to the docks to see how my children are doing and meet the traveler by chance. Please do not pay my accomplishments in Fontaine too much mind. I would have done them regardless.
Are you going to take the gnosis back to Snezhnaya?
That is our duty as harbingers.
Oh, I didn't even
Yes. Don't be too preoccupied with science. The goal of the Fatui concerns not a single place or person, but the entire world. With such a grand goal in mind, it is inevitable that we must wear many masks.
I have like way too many of this, so...
Switching my masks is something I've always done. Well, that depends on many things.
Wow, I got the skin.
No one truly knows what the future holds.
I got Nolan's skin.
What good is honesty if you can't rely on it forever? As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners.
Yay!
A vision? All right. I'll remember to return.
Wait, so... Okay.
And that's a wrap for me. Huh? You...
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, there are diplomatic channels I'll need to report to take a photo of you.
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about our dear magicians and our upcoming rookie talent.
I will.
The sea breeze is quite pleasant. I shall continue my walk while the weather remains so agreeable. Farewell.
Farewell, Father.
Bye.
Okay. Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled interviews. Thank you all. This'll be more than enough for me.
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, Traveler, Paimon, you take one too.
To move things about?
That's right. Funny. I was giving out magic pockets when we first met too. And what do you know? I'm doing the exact same thing right now. So many things have happened, but the pockets are still the pockets. I guess this must be life. We will all follow our own paths, and serendipity will lead you to your fated friends. All right then. We'll be handing out pockets in some other districts later, so we'll get going now. Have a good day, you two.
Well, guess we sent Charlotte off. Shall we go see what Neverlette's doing? As long as he's not...
Wait, they never answered why... Wait. Been gone now? Oh. They never answered why child's vision stopped working. Did they?
He's child.
Stop. Did they actually, or am I dumb? Like, I don't remember when or why child's vision stopped working.
I should have freaking thing. Oh, why is this blanket so cold? No, Brody, don't go in there. Okay, never mind. You can go in there.
Yummy. Yummy. Yummy foul. Oh my god, the lag. The lag is real.
So, you really are here, Neverlette. Paimon didn't think you were going to...
Really? Oh, I suppose. In any case, you came at a good...
Aw, Paimon... Alright, let's have it. So that's what Focalors destroyed the divine throne of the Hydro Archon and restored your power to you, transforming you into a fully fledged elemental dragon sovereign. But Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did to save the Fontanians from
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over the hydro element. Fontanians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of the power of the primordial sea, with constitutions similar to that of mimics. But so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority to grant them true blood, after the fashion in which life was first brought into being. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontanians became true humans, and thus would naturally no longer be dissolved by water from the primordial sea.
Focalor must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Your verdict was the key to making the prophecy appear to have come true. Yeah, and in a manner of speaking, Focalor finally...
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Can I ask about my brother? Can I ask where my sibling is? We haven't asked that at all. Have you seen him? Okay,
I
yeah,
have
this one.
investigated his case along many avenues, and I have learned that he once fell into an unknown chasm when he was young. But whether it be by sentiment or reason, that should not have been enough. As for the judgment passed by the oratory, whether it was due to that liability by association, or Focalor deliberately using him to buy time for us on the assumption that he would be able to hold the
Guess Focalor had Fontanians in mind the whole time. In the end, it was thanks to her that they finally became real humans. Hang on a second. Paimon suddenly got back when Fontanians hadn't yet become real humans. Were the children they had also transformed?
That's what I want to know too.
Life has always flowed like water. Do you recall how Fontanians would often come to the Fountain of Lucine to pray for children?
Yeah, Lynette said the fountain is where all the waters in Fontaine converge.
In truth, even those couples did not know that such prayers were no mere custom, but instead a form of ritual. Those Oceanids who were blessed within the spring water would later descend as new humans in the coming months.
Paimon sorta gets it now.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Yeah, about that. Risley said Furina has already left. What's that all about?
Ah, Lady Furina. The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out. She abdicated the post of Hydro Archon and left affairs related to that title to me, before leaving the Opera House. I related Focalor's words to her faithfully and completely. After hearing them, she seemed neither saddened nor comforted. She simply said that she was tired.
Yeah, she needs rest, bro.
Having said that, she then packed her things and moved out of the Opera House. Not unlike how an ordinary person might.
But she's still got a place to stay, right?
You need not worry. I will make arrangements to ensure that she will not want for food, clothing, board, or travel. In truth, I am somewhat happy for her. The wear and tear on her spirit will, of course, take time. But now that she no longer has to play the role of Focalor the Hydro Archon, she can finally...
What about you, then? What are your plans?
After Focalor passed on, this matter will directly affect our trials. After much care...
Looks like you're still considering stuff from the perspective of the Udex.
As an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. But this power and this duty, in a manner of speaking, you could say that both were granted to me. As such, before I attend to my other responsibilities, I must first and foremost continue to serve Fontaine as its highest judge. The duty of the Hydro Sovereign and the duty of the Udex shall coexist within my person. Additionally, the Hydro Archon's departure has brought about another problem, which is that the Opera House shall no longer produce indemnitium.
That's true. That power was derived from the people's faith in the Hydro Archon, wasn't it? Wait, but the various mechs and machines in the city are all still okay. Where are they getting their energy from?
As I am now, I have full command over New Musia, and it can serve as a complete substitute. Another reason why I cannot quite leave Fontaine immediately.
Wow. This ancient dragon...
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
You'll
soon be heading to Natlan, I presume.
Yes, I need to know.
I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide, so all I can do is tell you what I know about that land.
Yes, please.
As far as I'm aware, Natlan can be said to be a nation of dragons.
Ooh?
A nation of dragons? You mean like you?
Hold on, I'll do that after.
No, I suspect that I would not find myself welcome there. Unlike ancient dragons such as myself, the dragons of Natlan have undergone long years of development and evolution. Large numbers of them have entered a form of coexistence with humanity. Natlan is also the nation of war. War ravages those lands like an undying flame.
What?
There is one
I
other
want to know
piece
what
of
the people
information I
though.
got incidentally from my negotiations with the
And
Knave that I
Archon.
believe may be useful to you. The Harbinger known as the Captain has thrown his hat into the endless ring of war.
Huh?
Captain.
Ooh,
Sounds like a
he's the
real
next
tough
Harbinger then.
Seriously, everywhere you look, there's a Fatui Harbinger doing their thing.
Yeah, for real.
I suggest that you fully prepare yourself before going to Nathlon. In the meantime, Fontaine's doors will always be open to you.
Yes.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know
Can I
it.
know about my sibling?
Hang on a sec. Paimon's still got a question
No.
about... When we spoke to Linny earlier, we guessed that there might be some...
No wonder the house. So regarding this specific issue, In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Cutscene? Oh, look, I just want to try one once again. Is this a cutscene?
Well, we're going to head topside to see what's going on.
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal isn't here, so I can finally catch the scent of your power. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse mixed in. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before.
I do not know what...
Of course. You should have the remains of the third descender on your person, yes?
Remains? I've never heard of any...
Wait, what?
According to your parlance, I believe it may be called a gnosis.
Well, that much is true. After focalors' divinity faded, she handed her gnosis to me, but I fear I have never heard of it described in the manner that you just did.
I've been training with my master, the Foul, ever since I was young, and I have never returned to the surface since. So most of the information I possess, I got from him. It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity to possess a different sort of common sense. Regardless, you should probably get rid of objects of misfortune to prevent any disasters from befalling you. To live in itself is a blessing. But once a person dies, the bonds he once had with this world shall all turn to curses.
What do you mean by that?
No need to fret. These are just my personal thoughts. And my reason for
This third descender you refer to, who are they? And when did they die?
Master never mentioned them to me. Perhaps it just wasn't that important for me to know. If you're interested, though, I could ask him. I'll be sure to pass the answer on to you next time.
Next time? You believe we will meet again?
I do. Wait. I have a disciple of my own, don't I?
Yeah.
He can be the messenger then.
Whoa. You know bird noises? Whoa, Jesus Christ.
That's what she told me. Whether it would prove useful...
The remains of the third... So that's what the Gnosis actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess pieces.
Yeah,
How
they
could
are
be
chess
a person's
pieces.
remains?
All the same, assuming that there was no misunderstanding or
And she said that it would bring misfortune and that you should check it, which is why you gave it to...
If she speaks the truth, then I would simply be putting Fontaine at unnecessary risk by keeping it here.
I am the fourth descender. I know I see their names to descenders.
I had guessed that you might already be familiar with this concept, but I did not expect you to be one of them. That means that the Gnosis, which are exceedingly element compatible and can even enhance elemental abilities, do indeed come from the third descender. I wonder. Does your body also possess similar properties?
Like,
yeah.
like being able to use elemental powers without a vision. That does sort of count as special compatibility, right? No, let's not think about this stuff right now.
Harmon, no. I need to know. I need to know.
Comparing the Traveler to the dead third descender and all?
I won't die. Yeah, of course.
That's what you say, but this topic still feels like bad luck. Once Child recovers, let's get some more answers out of him. Or go look for his master and get the answer.
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when information is lacking. The same is true of being at court.
All right. Whatever the case, it seems like the crisis here in Fontaine's over for now.
Yay.
Yes. All of focalors' effort.
But she sacrificed herself in the end as a god. And she suffered through all those years as a human. Was that really what she wanted?
I suppose that would be the mystery of a god's will. I suspect not. But once in a while, I too would guess that if wishes were like the clouds in the sky, they will one day return to the earth as raindrops. Life flows like water, and rain is the final answer. The water levels may sometimes tilt one way or another, but the rain falls fairly upon all. And what, ultimately, is the difference between the rains that fall upon all of us?
Damn. That was just so... wow. Just wow. Wait, can I... I can! Aw! But I did all of that for you! How could you not come home? Oh yay! Ooh, I got another wish! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Aw. Damn it.
The hell? Why is everybody here?
Oh, you're still here. Can I talk to you? Can I talk to you about my brother?
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Well, I want to know
I
about
suggest
myself.
that you fully prepare
I
yourself
literally
before
haven't
going
asked,
to Naplan.
like... Did I? Wait, did we? Did we ask Furina about it? Well, if not, then we should ask New Blood about it, because I still need to know. If we go to ask each archon, then we should ask New Blood. Please? I'm looking. I want to know if you know. She probably doesn't know. But still, I just want to know. Okay, well, that was a lot of taken. Oh, yes. I really, like... Do we get to see where Furina is now?
No, we are not doing that.
Okay, I did not, like... I cried because I thought Furina was gonna die, but now it's focalors. Oopsies. But still, her death is still sad though. R.I.P. focalors. Well, that was really something. I love that quest. That was really good. I'm gonna do all the other. I'm gonna do the exploration now. So yeah, goodbye.